Hey everybody, this is Bernadette. Thank you for joining us today. And of course, Ivana is also here. Hi, Ivana.
Hi, Bernadette. Nice to see you. I'm excited for a podcast today.
Me too, me too. Because it's one of my favorite topics and also something I spend a lot of time in actually. It's the time of the year. Some big events are coming up. And I didn't even tell you, Ivana, but I actually booked a flight to Dubai to visit some events.
That's exciting. That's very
I know.
exciting. What are the events you're going to?
Well, of course, I'm going to Dubai Boat Show, which,
Mhm.
I love boat shows. It's outside and the sun is shining. It's very hot in Dubai, though. But I have some meetings with some interesting people there. And also because, we are doing, for the listeners, we are doing luxury weeks in different cities, and one of them is in Dubai. And next year, we want to have our own event on Dubai Boat Show. And so I hope to talk to them and see if they are, also very open to talk to me about this event. And yeah, that would be great.
That's
So that's
exciting.
one. Yeah. And then the other one I'm going to is World Art Dubai.
Okay.
And that's one of my favorite because I love art. So yeah,
Yeah,
so I'm going there too.
that's fun. Yeah, excellent. You have something good to look forward to. So how long are you gone there? How long are you there for?
I have to go a week because the Dubai boat show is one weekend, and then I fly back on Friday, and on Thursday I can just go one day to World Art Dubai. So I'm going a week. I have another meeting with the event in textile and home textile. But the good thing is I have a driver. I find somebody who wants to drive me around. So wherever I go, I can just say like I have to go there, pick me up in an hour. And so yeah, because I don't see myself driving there,
You're
but
living the
I'm
life,
good.
Bernadette.
That's really good. So that's one. But also on the 28th, I'm going to Mobile World here in Barcelona. It's all about telephony. It's very technical, and I think we should go there because it's a very big topic and it's very important in luxury industry. But it's not my favorite topic. Well, luxury tech is, but it's also very complicated. I take somebody with me who is professional in tech.
Okay.
So yeah, so we make like a list of questions. We have some meetings, and what we like to see there, especially where we're going to focus up, is every new thing on tech we can use to work wherever we please from our phone. I would love to work wherever I please from my phone, but um, it's not working all that well. And also, a phone is
Yeah.
very small. So
There's limitations to the phone. Like, I mean, it's very useful. I have the 8 Plus, which is it's quite large, which is
yeah,
nice. And I can do quite a bit on
I
it,
love
but
it
still there's
too.
still limitations. Like, it's nice to have double screens,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
double
yeah, yeah.
monitor makes it so much easier.
Well, and you can hardly, I mean, also on such a trade show like this, they are like 5 steps ahead of us. I mean, we are happy that I have the new Apple, but on that trade show, you see the one who is like 5 steps ahead. So you really
Yeah.
have to think like, okay, what are they offering? And it's
Mhm.
very technical. But anyway, so it's nice, it's great. And with this, the topic today, I mean, we always have a topic, right? That's why it's called Topic Chat. And
Mhm.
we actually want to talk about event as a sales tool. And I explain to you why. Because European Life has a new kind of product. I worked on this product for a long time now with our event organizer, Sarah. She was here on a podcast a few weeks ago. And we worked on this product, and it's a product where a lot of clients ask for. What they want is to see if they can have their product be seen in different cities. And especially in Europe, it's so easy to go from one country to another. It's like,
Definitely.
a
Yeah.
1 hour flight or an hour and a half, and then you are somewhere else. And
Mhm.
so we made a product called Your Europe Tour. And one of our clients, who is an artist, is already work with us to have like pop-up events, very small pop-up events in 4 cities. So they go from Barcelona to Paris to London to Amsterdam or Berlin or
Oh, that sounds
etc.
a lot of fun. Yeah. So
Yeah.
how is the artist part of it though?
Well, this is the idea, what we want to do and what we're offering in that city. We have like a pop-up presentation space. Depends on your art as well. How big is it? We would love to work a little bit with video, maybe on the ceiling. You have like, the art going around on the ceiling, which is
Right.
great, of course. So you are surrounded by art. And then there is a small shop and we have like merchandise for sale. So you can have his paintings on a t-shirt or I'm sorry, on a t-shirt or something else. Yeah, and then there is a sales space.
I think that sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like you have a lot of things planned. Um, it sounds extremely exciting. What I wanted to ask you too is like, how many art companies or how many artists do you typically engage with when it comes to the art shows and the pop-ups?
Well, normally our client knocks on our door and say, "Hey, you know what? Can you do something in promotion?" We are all about promotion, publishing, and presentations. And then the artist knocks on our door and said, "Hey, can you do something?" And they are mostly kind of old-fashioned, saying, "Can we
Mhm.
go in an art gallery, for example, and stay there for a few weeks?" That doesn't work hardly because that's too long. You don't sell, and so we can have work with one artist for the tour and going from one city to another city. But what you also can think of is new brands. You have a brand and it's new on the market. I had a client from China coming in and they had like an electric bike. Very,
Mm,
very luxury, very spacey. I
yeah.
saw, yeah, and they want to be on the new on the market in Europe. So we said, okay, we make a tour and then we go from city to city. And in that city, you are like 3 days. And then you make a lot of noise, you make a lot of promotion. And maybe we're going to have paid promotion, etc. And we're going to have show
Okay.
everybody in that city that we are there because that's the
Yeah,
audience is very important. So but I
definitely. Yeah.
thought, and it's good that you're here now, Ivana, because I know a lot of our clients and also our listeners probably think that could be something for us, but it's probably too expensive. But I think there are a lot of ways to make small events for yourself. It doesn't have to be a trade show. You can do kind of small events
Mhm.
and make part of the promotion yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I completely understand. I mean, and it's nice that you're utilizing like paid advertising too to generate an audience because that's really beneficial. You can really like
Yeah.
dig deep into, who like the type of people that you would want to attract to that as well. So using like Google ads and Facebook ads, I think that that's great.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I do sometimes Facebook, for example, especially in countries who are I don't know want to say old fashioned, but like some countries they all on Facebook, and other countries are long gone with Facebook. They are
Mhm.
going to Instagram, other platforms. But for Facebook, it's very cheap actually. I think you can reach a lot of people if you do it very concentrated in that city. We
Yeah.
were, for example, remember that when we were in Phuket and Cancun. That worked very well. You had a big reach. It was small. It was like 50 euro or something. So that was not even that much. And you know what I
Yeah.
also was? I was invited with an event. I thought, oh, that's also very nice to do. I was invited as a woman entrepreneur and it was with a sort of shop about women clothes, but then like business clothes. And of course, and I thought, oh, that's good. You're inviting all kind of women entrepreneurs, invite them and say, hey, we'd like to invite you to be with us. We like to show some clothes, but actually it's more about being together and networking, etc. And so it was in the store after closing time, and there was champagne and little bonbons, and we were sitting there, and then all these people walking around with the clothes on. And I thought, oh, that's tricky. You sell it like it's a network event, which I understand. And I did go, but at the end, actually, it was a sort of fashion show kind of.
I've actually, yeah, you know what I've done? I've done one of those too before. So they actually did it. It's a fashion show, but it's for a charity, but they give proceeds to a charity. And it was actually a women's charity. But you could actually, when you get to the event, they showcase the clothing, and then you can actually buy the clothing for the attendees.
Yeah,
They can actually buy
yeah.
the clothing at that time. And I thought it was very interesting. It was nicely done.
I think so too. And also what you can do, because I'm a big fan of pop-up stores, and not, when you walk in, it's a store, but more, I've been invited, and that was very luxurious, of course. You walk in, it was more like a big house, a mansion with a garden. And then it was a store, or you could buy and sell. You can buy all kind of things, and it was all done together. So there were watches, shoes, clothes. There was somebody who was selling mortgages and financial service. So there were different industries there, different entrepreneurs there, different brands. But you go there and you are invited. That's like a tricky thing, because it looks like you are personally invited. Sounds really big. And you go there and there are snacks and there are champagne, and you talk to everybody. It was very nice. I must say I didn't buy anything, but I saw a lot of new people actually, and that was nice. But I think at that moment, at that event, I thought we have to talk about event as a sales tool, because I think people always go to do the normal things. They rent a stand on a trade show, or etc. etc. But you can do a lot yourself also to have small events, I think.
Yeah. Definitely. I think that even engaging an audience before that event too. So if you have a contact list of, let's say, 100, 500, whatever amount of people that is, and you know that they could benefit that contact list of maybe previous clients you sold to, whatever it may be, to even invite them through email marketing to the event, or ask them to share the event, so that you have a good turnout there. So I think that could be very useful.
Yeah.
In addition to like the Google ads and Facebook ads, and finding your
Definitely.
target audience.
Definitely. And also what you can do, we had a luxury week in Barcelona, and then we get calls from outside of Barcelona where companies ask us to organize a reception, for example, in the
Yeah.
port from Barcelona, with kind of big CEOs from that city. And I thought that was very smart, because what you do is there's something going on there, and you go there, and we had to find the CEOs and invite them. Said, hey, you've been invited to meet them. And I thought that was very smart as well.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, so
It's important to be strategic about it. Otherwise, I've been to events before, like trade shows, where the turnout wasn't that great. I was an attendee, and you just wonder, then it becomes that maybe more so like the individuals who are part of the trade show are the ones that are now interacting with one another, whereas there isn't as big of a turnout with the target audience. So I think it's
yeah,
really important to do as much as you possibly can with your target audience prior to the event, and
yeah,
promote it as much as possible. That's going to be definitely a useful sales tool for the
yeah. And I
event.
think as somebody who's going to events a lot of times, if you go to an event, everybody there, all exhibitors are actually a potential client. So what you do is you can, invite them, you can talk to them, have your cards ready, or I think that's such a good way to find new clients. If you're in that industry, just go to the event, talk to the exhibitors, and make new clients that way. But I think because it's springtime again, I really want to motivate everybody to make their own small events and use it as a
It's okay. Yeah, definitely, like, use it as a sales tool. And another thing that you can do too is, like, when you're at the event, and you're offering, you're connecting with the exhibitors, it's important to also have some sort of like call to action even with them. So make a connection, see if there's maybe like an educational seminar, product demonstrations, any kind of activities where you can engage with them afterwards, so that
yeah.
there's a reason for that engagement, or to pursue that relationship further, that professional relationship further. So I think it's important not to just, oh, here's my business card, like
No,
try to see if there's a
no.
next step that you can actually take as well. Be a little bit more diligent, or like not diligent, what would be the right word? A little bit more strategic about it.
Yeah, I think so too. No, I think everybody should be invited to make their own events. But do know, for all the listeners who think, hey, maybe I can do something in sales or event, get in contact with us, because we have lots of opportunities to have small events, big events. We have different events of our own in different cities. We love to collaborate. We will always make the event in a form that fits you, that is a very great fit for your product, but also for your target audience. So talk to us and send us an email, if you want to reach us, podcast@EuropeanLifeMedia.com. And we can see what we can do for you. So I actually hope that this podcast really motivate you to have your own event. We gave you some nice ideas. I'm sorry about me coughing, but I think you enjoyed it anyway. And anyway, I enjoyed it, and I think we gave you
I
some new.
enjoyed it too.
Yeah, me too. And I think we gave some ideas. I think some people see events only for other people, but I think everybody should think of an event for their own and use it to do some sales. So I actually this morning still had an email from somebody I met on a trade show 3 years ago. So yeah, that was a long time ago. So you never know, you never know when they find you. So go for the event, and I keep you posted at all the events I'm going, and probably we'll have the next one, the mobile world, and I'm happy to give you a review and take you with me in that event. So.
Excellent.
It was a joy again, Ivana. I think we had a very nice podcast for everybody. It's Friday, and so have a nice weekend, and I hope you join us next time.
Thank you.
By the way, next week we have a event organizer from Shanghai, which is very special, and I really like to know a little bit more about China and doing business there. So stay tuned, be there next week, and have a great weekend. Bye. Thank you for listening today. Please subscribe and share this podcast. Do you have a question or a story to share? Please find us at podcast@EuropeanLifeMedia.com.